Hello friends, welcome once again to my presentation on research and statistics. In a few of my recent videos, I have actually dwelt on the principles involved in sampling a population for the purpose of research. It's however important at this point to state that we do not always have to limit ourselves to the sample obtained from a population to actually study that population. There are situations whereby the entire population may be used or must be used for our survey. Now, this leads to the topic of today, which is the types of population studies that we have. Basically, there are two types of population study: the sampled population survey and the census population survey. Now, the sample population survey is the one we have discussed over time, the one that involved obtaining a sample and using the results from that sample to predict or conclude on our population. While the census population survey is the one that we must necessarily involve every member of that population, regardless of the size of that population. Now, the question then is why and when is either of the approaches suitable? Number one, the sample population survey is generally used in an academic or a business research, a situation whereby it is important to cut costs whenever we are dealing with a large population. It simply means if the population is not large, there may be the need to include everyone. But when the population is large and we have to cut costs, we must necessarily take sample. Now, the implication of this is that we have to also manage the possibility of bias, maybe through the use of blinding and also randomization. And also, it also makes sampling error a concept that should be reduced either by increasing our sample size or selecting a better sampling design. Now, the other type of population survey, which is the consensus survey, that is often conducted by an organization or a nation where you have funding, where funding may not be a problem, and it could also be a matter of national policy. For instance, in Nigeria, periodic national census is a constitutional policy conducted to determine the fiscal allocation of national revenue. It simply means that it's against our law to determine fiscal allocation based on sample obtained from any state or geopolitical zone. Everybody must be counted or included in a census survey. Now, this is the much we are going to take today. It is still research and statistics, and my name is Steve Felix Ayodele Ileye.